Didn't we already do this one?
I don't get it. What does it mean?
Anti-daytime, because it's dark time.
What is this?
I don't get it.
That's what it is.
Alright, Hayden just finished his last track here in the studio, working on the new record. Congrats.
Thanks.
Boy, killed it. So before we move on, we're going to do a gear tour of what Hayden used in the studio. So, what we
Sweet.
got?
Well, my amp, got SVT Classic. This is the one made in Vietnam, not the American-made one. I did change out the tubes in here, the power tubes. I took the stock ones out, which I forget the name of them, but I put 6 Tungsol 6550s in here, give it a more warm mid-range sound. Yeah, and I keep both the high and low ultra boosts on there, and we kind of adjusted the EQ for according to the DI and different stuff like that running through. The master's real low because we have a high input signal right now. But yeah, that's pretty much my amp. SVT Classic, Ampeg 810.
Customized.
Yeah, I refinished the outside.
Pull
stained
this baffle out so we can see the stain on this guy.
Oh man, it's baffling.
So
Beautiful.
I hand sanded it and stained it myself and relic the hardware and stuff. Pulled the white piping off the grill. So
Legitimate.
miking for this, we're gonna bring John Thomas in.
Yo, Jay Thomas.
Yo.
What mics we using here?
Using RE20, Electro Voice RE20. Also using a Shure SM7.
Sure, SM7B, right?
Yes. And also we are running a DI out of Sans amp, and so we have 3 bass signals. We're hitting the
Pick
Neve,
what mic you like best, blend some, all that kind of
Neve,
stuff.
the Neve 1073 preamps on all 3
Nice.
signals. So
The interesting thing about those is they're broadcast mics, right? Like
Both of them.
they actually
Yeah.
use
Both
them
of
for,
them were broadcast mics.
yeah,
at
very
one point.
popular radio and stuff.
So that's kind of a cool little thing about the mics. We'll go inside, check out the pedal board.
Sweet. Well, let's start with your bass. What are we working on?
Bass. Ernie Ball Music Man Sterling 4-string. It's got a really neat pickup selection. It's one of the main reasons why I really liked it and wanted it. So it's got the humbucker in the back on the bridge, and then the single coil on the neck. 5-way pickup selector right here, so you can get several different blends and different tones on it. It also has an active preamp in here, which is bass, mids, highs, and then this is the main volume. That's pretty much the gist of it. If you like an aggressive sounding bass or that tone, then I would highly recommend a Music Man bass. From there, we go into my volume pedal, the Ernie Ball VP Junior, which I use for swells, and we have the Mogami Platinum cable going in there. I've got the tuner out running into the Polytune. Then from the actual send of the volume pedal, we go into the Sonic Stomp, which I use to just make the signal real beefy and get some lows in there and a little bit of the highs. From there we go into the Keeley compressor, which live I have on all the time. For the studio, I mainly used it on swells and different things that I was doing up higher on the neck, but still having bass notes in there to bring out and even out everything. So that's a great pedal. This is a reverb, which I used on swells mainly. You can use it live too to really fatten up your tone.
What's that, a TRX?
Yeah, TRX Roommate. So yeah, all of this runs into my Sansamp preamp bass driver right here. And this is actually acts as the DI I don't use the DI on my amp. I actually use the DI on this. So it goes from my bass through these pedals right here, and then from that is the DI signal with this active preamp. This gives it a
So
little
the three signals John Thomas was talking about, you had one that was DI and then 2 mics. That was the DI we're coming out
yeah,
of?
this is the DI right here.
Okay.
So I use this to get a little bit more of aggressive tone. Like I said, the bass I have is really aggressive. I just use this to add a little bit more grit to it. And then from there, we start getting really dirty with the Rat. We use this on a couple of the songs like 238 and First Impressions, and those aren't the actual names we're using.
Those are working titles, so that won't mean anything to you.
So we use that to really dirty stuff up, really gritty. Selectively, whenever we felt it was appropriate, we use the Big Muff. It's an older, like vintage, you could call it, Big Muff. It's actually Ryan from Alexander's Pedal, and he could tell you more
Civilian.
about it. Yeah. We also used the ZVEX Effects Fuzz Factory on one part. So we used those selectively on different songs, and we just traded them out for the Rat and the signal chain. And then from there, we got delay for mainly just the swells. We use delay. So use the carbon copy and the DD5, the external tap on there. Those two delays are great, the analog delay and the digital delay. And then from there, we have the shapeshifter, which we used once or twice on the record. I usually have it on me live and get creative with it every once in a while, but it's pretty rare that I actually use that. And then yeah, out from that into my amp, which we showed you earlier. SVT Classic and 1964 ears. I use these during the whole writing process and the live recording process. They're quad drivers, and they are amazing. It's an amazing company, amazing products. Definitely recommend those guys.
Awesome to work with too.
1964 years.
Check them out.
So, well,
cool.
That's it.
Thanks, bro.
Yep.
And Hayden's about to blast him. All right, ready when you are.
Turning on everything.
Go, go, go!
As loud as it was.
What are we about to do?
We're about to blast Joe with the bass amp so bad, it's gonna be just terrible.
Just gonna
Is it gonna blow my speakers?
Do it.
go ahead.
No,
Do it. Do it now, dude. Do it.
That's good.
You have to ask. And a skull and crossbones? That definitely doesn't look Christian.
Yeah, you know.
I'll pray for you. What is this?
That's an axe with blood.
I know.
He axed it, man.
That's not Christian.